guys, this is Miriam at High Life Auto. I am out doing a video test drive on a 2015 Jeep Cherokee. If you've never been on my video test drives before, the way it works is I drive the vehicle on video and I tell you what I see, hear, think, smell, and feel to give you the best indication of being in the driver's seat without actually being in the driver's seat. I'm not a mechanic and this is not meant to be a 182-point inspection. Rather, it's meant to be a sneak peek into how the vehicle drives and any potential issues I notice as we're going along. So, we'll take a look around the vehicle, we'll take a look under the hood, and then we will go for a drive. And I've literally driven this one from spot A to spot B, and I've checked the fluids, and that's about it. So, everything is all new. Here we go. All right, Jeep Cherokee, so it's a little bit less loaded up than the Jeep Grand Cherokee, but I don't know, I drove a Jeep Grand Cherokee for about 3,500 miles, the last one we had, and I loved it. Body-wise, it looks pretty decent. I know on the other side we've got a little bit of a ding, but rust goes, there's really not much. Tires are, I can't get my finger in there, but I mean that's at least 50%, if not better, 60%-ish. Front ones are not as good, 25%, they're right at the wear bars. So they probably need either rotated to the back or replaced would be my guess, just to get some traction in the front. Inside you just got the cloth and there's a little bit dirty, I mean just kind of stained from body oils and sitting and stuff. Could be cleaned, but the rest of it looks like it was vacuumed, and then now you just have like foot dust and all of that. So, but the condition of it, other than just the cleaning, looks pretty decent. No rips and tears and all of that stuff. Back here looks pretty decent. It's all clean back here, some storage room. And this side over here is your little ding. I don't know exactly what happened, just some stuff in there. I don't know. You'd have to talk to a body guy about if that's poppable or if that's, a replacement thing. It doesn't affect the door opening at all. It's just kind of a cosmetic thing. But other than that, really, as far as rust goes, I don't really see any rust on this vehicle. And I'm sure there's some. So, don't quote me on saying there's no rust on this vehicle. Because somebody is going to be like, oh my gosh, sir, you said there was zero. I'm sure there's some. Because we're in the Midwest, guys. Really. We're in the Midwest. There's going to be some. Okay, but anyways. Under here, it's a 2.4. That battery looks brand new. It's pretty close. It was December of 25. Sounds pretty decent. It's just the little baby 2.4. I think my Jeep Grand Cherokee was a 3.6. I think there's a little crack starting right here. I almost missed it, but just keep in mind that sometime over the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, that's gonna materialize into something. And if you live in a state like Missouri, I don't know how much they look at something like that and worry about something like that. I mean, you can see in here, it's not in any kind of view. It's there. So, okay, let's see, I gotta move my seat up. Somebody was really tall. Okay, we've got 225,000 miles on here. Check engine light, seatbelt light, and it says service shifter. And windshield wiper fluid light. That's because I don't have any windshield wiper fluid. Let's see. Radio, let's go. I always go to my station because I know that it comes in. And I know that it's got good music. So, let's see. Now I gotta figure out how to turn on the volume. There we go. Okay. Radio works. Looks like you can attach your phone and all of that too, if you wanted to do that. Down here we've got, let's see, we've got a fan anyways. Let's turn up, let's see, we're already on hot, so let's let's turn to climate mode. Turn it to this one so I can feel the temperature. All right, we've got heat coming out. So we've got heat. I'm gonna give it a whirl and try the AC. It's kind of a, let's see, it's kind of one of those days where maybe we can try it and we'll see. Yep, that's definitely cold, the ice cold AC. So come summer, that'll be a good one. I'm gonna turn that off so we can hear. Turn the radio down. Okay, let's see, let's do, so just lights up there, let's do windows. Passenger side window works. Rear passenger side window works. Rear, wait, nope, that's that one. Rear driver's side window works, and driver's side window works. Okay, let's pull up our check engine light. And we've got 2 modules on here. Let's see which one has a code. Lost communication with body control module. Well, that doesn't tell me anything. Lost wheel distance message. Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. I don't know if the battery was dead or... Okay, let's see if there's anything in this module. Okay, so maybe there's not a check engine light. We'll see. Okay, let's try and erase them and see if that does anything. Okay, well, let's... Okay, turn the key on. And the car... Whoops, no, I want to go erase. Erase trouble codes. Erase done. Okay, so now we're going to turn the car back on. And we're going to see if... Okay, so now we don't have a check engine light. We're going to see if the check engine light comes back on. It still says service shifter. I don't know exactly what that means. I had that happen in my Chrysler Pacifica, which is the same family as the Jeep. I had someone get on me because I called a Dodge van a Chrysler. It is not, they're not the same. It's the same family. But it's the same family. So anyways, it came up in my Chrysler van, and I think all I did was I disconnected the battery and for like 10 minutes, and then it went off, and I haven't had it come back on. So I don't know what it was, but I Googled it, and it did something. I'll probably Google it when I have some time, but like I said, this one just came in, and I'm trying to get kind of our base information out, and okay, gotta put my seatbelt on. So anyways, take a look at, Google that and see what that means. I don't know, it might just be, a cable or something between the shifter, or something silly. Sometimes computers are, sometimes they're silly. But anyways, it seems to be running and driving really well. It's got good power going up this hill. It's just a 2.4, so I mean, it's not going to be like a V8 rocketing up this hill, but it's got good power for a 2.4. I don't hear any suspension noise. It's not doing any rattling or popping or anything that it shouldn't be doing. And oddly enough, even with those front tires being the way they are, they're not noisy, and they're not causing any front end vibrations or anything. So it's kind of weird how sometimes you'll get tires that cause vibrations and weird things at this tread, and then sometimes you won't, and it could be the same tread. It just it kind of does what it wants to do. But brakes are good and solid, no grinding or vibration. Like, they're actually really good brakes. No pulling, no nothing. Like, it seems like it's been fairly well maintained. It looks like the oil change, although it's been, let's see, date of last service was August, which has been, let's see, 8, we're in 2, so it's been 6 months, but it's also not yet due for, let's see, we're 225. We still have about 1,300 miles until it's due. So what that means is, either it's not driven very much, or, they traded it in, or it's been sitting, or, I don't know. But so it's not due yet by miles. It is due by by time, so it kind of depends on how you do things. You know, I kind of tell people to just get it changed when you get it, just to set the slate clean so you know where you're at. Left turn signal works, right turn signal works. Set cruise. Let's see, cruise set. We've got our cruise set at 44, so cruise works. Let's see, windshield wipers should be there. Fluid should be, oh wait, my fluid's low, so it's probably not gonna work. So I don't know about the fluid for sure, but I also know that it's low. So windshield wipers work anyways. They seem to work okay. Let's see, we did our turn signals, we did our cruise, we did our windshield wiper fluid, we did, this is actually the first car that I've tested AC in this season. So you guys are kind of like the I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Anyways, so I think that's about it. This one seems pretty decent. I still don't have a check engine light on, so if it's on when you guys get here, we'll check it for you. It's trying to stay at 44 going down this hill. We'll check it for you and we'll just see if there's anything, but there wasn't a check engine light on yesterday, and then it just randomly came up that it lost control of the body control module, so I don't know what that was, but we'll definitely check it and see if it ends up being something, if it does show back up. So if you have any questions, my cell phone is 309-267-7200. Thanks, guys.